Oh, JD. Did you guys see JD over the weekend? Woo! JD Vance, absolutely burying this reporter from CBS News. She's getting kind of like hoity-toity lately. She's really having a hard time. Every time I watch her on TV, I actually know her. She's a sweet person. She's a little uptight on the air, but that's what network TV does to you, right? Like, you got a script all the time. You got to stay within the time cues. You only got 19 seconds for this and 14 seconds for that. So she's a little bit contrived in that sense. And then occasionally she gets a little flustered. And this was one of those moments because JD just toasted her, okay? Like completely toasted her. And it reminded me of Tom Homan. It also reminded me of the antithesis of, say, one Mike Pence, when he basically said that the American people were not his concern. I'll let you see this. Curious to get your reaction. JD versus Margaret Brennan at CBS News. Take a peek.
When you talked to us in August, you said, I don't think we should abandon anybody who's been properly vetted and helped us. Do you stand by that?
Well, Margaret, I don't agree that all these immigrants or all these refugees have been properly vetted. In fact, we know that there are cases of people who allegedly were properly vetted and then were literally planning terrorist attacks on our country. That happened during the campaign, if you may remember. So clearly not all of these foreign nationals
but there are
have been properly
30,000
vetted.
people in the pipeline, Afghan refugees.
But my primary
Do you stand by
concern
it?
as the vice president, Margaret, is to look after the American people. And now that we know that we have vetting problems with a lot of these refugee programs, we absolutely cannot unleash thousands of unvetted people into our country.
These people
it's
are
not
vetted.
good.
These people are vetted.
Just like the guy who planned a terrorist attack in Oklahoma a few months ago, he was allegedly properly vetted, and many people in the media and the Democratic Party said that he was properly vetted. Clearly he wasn't. I don't want my children to share a neighborhood with people who are not properly vetted, and because I don't want it for my kids, I'm not going to force any other American citizens' kids to do that either.
No, and that was a very particular case. It wasn't clear if he was radicalized when he got here or while he was living here.
I don't really care, Margaret. I don't want that person in my country, and I think most Americans agree with me.
We'll be back in 1 minute with more of our interview with Vice President Vance.
I told you, he toasted her. It's over, right? She showed her hand, she played her hand, and clearly she's lost her way somehow. Because when you're sitting there arguing with the vice president over, oh my gosh, but the Afghans, and he's like, I'm just not willing to take a chance on some of these people. I don't think they're properly vetted because we've had some circumstances where we found out after the fact they were not properly vetted. And she's like, but the Afghans. I mean, I'm sorry, like you've lost your way. She's no longer, and this is what happens with the whole mainstream media, she's no longer arguing for the people of America. She's arguing for the Afghans that want to come here. Now, I get it, right? We're a nation that's always welcomed immigrants. That's part of our history. It's part of what makes us so special. I get it, okay? But we can do that and have a little more say over it, don't you think? We can do that and we can say, you know what? We need these people. You know what? We need more teachers. We need more nurses. We need more engineers. We need more cleaners. We need whatever. Like, you don't even have to, don't get me wrong, you don't have to have a PhD to come here. We need workers, but we need to know that you can come here and that you have a place to stay. You can take care of yourself. You can find a job. Let's actually synthesize this so that it's done in a proper way. Thank you so much. I love the support spirit filled, mentioning my decor, the set. I'm glad you like it. I kind of designed it myself. What do you know? I appreciate that, guys, and I will try to get to all your super chats. You guys have been so generous lately. I really do appreciate it. But this is the world in which we're now living, right? Where the mainstream media feels so compelled that they have to stick up for all the other countries and all the other people around the world as opposed to the United States citizens themselves. That's a big part of why Donald Trump won. It's a big part of why no one trusts the media anymore, and it's a big part of why, to get back to where we started, the FCC is now getting involved and saying, okay, this isn't working. This just isn't working for America. I thought that was great. I mean, JD completely, I'm here for the American people, Margaret. I don't care, right, about everybody else. And it was really and truly the opposite of that pretty infamous moment. Remember when Tucker Carlson was interviewing Mike Pence? And he starts saying, but Pence, there's garbage on the streets and there's this and that. And like, he's like, it's not my problem. It's not my problem, Tucker. It's not my problem. He's like, it's not your problem to look out for the American people. Guess what? It is. And if you think it's not your problem, whether you're the mainstream media, whether you are the vice president of the United States or the president of the United States or senator, congressman, whatever, then we don't need you. Because if you're not looking out for us, who the heck are you looking out for? Your pocketbook? Are you like one of the Biden family members? That's not over, by the way. That's so not over. There's a great legal loophole. Civil cases and state cases. I'm waiting for Texas. My money's on Texas. Florida, too. They can bring a case against the Biden family. And guess what? They're going to have to testify. Because they're pardoned now, right? So they're going to have to testify. Somebody's going to be in a whole lot of trouble. And you're not pardoned as far as the state level goes. Quick shout out to another one of our great sponsors here on the show. I take my Balance of Nature fruits and veggies every single day. Balanceofnature.com. I really do encourage you guys to go there today and check it out, because I miraculously, another one of my kids is sick again with a cold, miraculously have been, knock on wood, cold free all fall, all winter. Okay, we'll see how long it lasts, but this is like a record, okay? It's an absolute record for me. Other than during 2020 when, I didn't get to see anyone and I didn't go out, that was the other time that I really, really didn't have to worry about getting a cold. This year has been especially good for me on the cold front. Nanya, I'm sure, I can't put too much pressure on Balance in Nature because I'm sure at some point it might happen. But I do credit, actually, in all seriousness, the vitamins I get from them, because I had never been so good about taking about a multivitamin until now. And it's thanks to their sponsorship that I'm able to come here for you every day. The show is free. I'm here Monday through Friday, and it's in part thanks to the good folks over at Balance of Nature. I do encourage you to check them out, because you can get 35% off, which is pretty darn good right about now. 35% off. Use code word Trish, my name, TRISH. You can call them at 1-800-246-8751. Again, that number is 1-800-246-8751. You get free shipping. And by the way, no harm, no foul. If you don't like it, you can send it back. They'll give you your money back. So money back guarantee. I think you'll like it, though. Make sure you get the free shipping. Code word Trish, okay? Code word Trish there at Balance of Nature.